breaking barriers. You are holding you back. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Hey. So desire to become better has to come from within. You can't just, buy drive in a can. You can get an energy drinks, right? Energy drinks are readily available, but energy is different than drive. No one can just install more drive in you. Maybe your electronics, but not yourself. So, and the best way to actually win is not to become complacent. Complacency breeds future failures. Oh, I just want to be happy. Oh, I just want to be comfortable. Oh, I just want mine, right? Everybody just wants theirs. Or my favorite, I'm going on vacation next week, so, I don't really need to listen to this, And I'll say it again, complacency breeds future failures. Great, you just won. Relish in that now, right? Just for a few minutes, and then keep moving forward. It was Mark Cuban's saying, he basically says, I keep moving forward every day because I'm concerned that if I don't put in the extra effort, there's a kid out there who is putting in the extra effort, who is staying at the gym later, who is reading another chapter, who is making another cold call, who is doing something that I'm not doing. And at some point, in the game of business, I'm going to come face to face with that kid, and he's going to kick my ass. And I refuse to let a kid kick my ass. So you need to find another reason. You need to find another reason to run that extra mile. To you just find a reason to just make one more phone call to become uncomfortable. You need to become uncomfortable, and that's what breaking barriers is all about. Being uncomfortable is hell, and break new barriers. I've got people telling me to piss off on like a daily basis. That's all part of the game of business, right? As a young business owner, I understand that being told no is actually progress, right? And that means I basically, and I think to take a concept that Thomas Edison basically said, he said that I haven't failed. After 10,000 failed attempts at something, Thomas Edison basically says, I haven't failed, I've just found one more way that won't work, right? One more way that won't work. And I actually went ahead, I got Grant Cardone's The 10X Rule on audiobook just a few days back, and I'm actually a quarter of the way through it now. And honestly, I'm thinking to myself, great information, but I should have just went ahead and got the hard book, the hardback copy, because I read faster than Grant Cardone talks, and it just drives me nuts. So, I shot an audition video for a worldwide video internship challenge right after having a back procedure done, right? And I was just totally out of it, but you can't tell that in the video. So I challenged I channeled my discomfort into something genuine for, a 3-minute audition. And every time I wanted to take another step, I put myself in a mental state that I heard from Brock Lesnar once, and it's basically a quick interview spot. He said, every time I'm in the ring, I act like it's ancient Rome, and if I lose the fight, I'm gonna die. And Brock Lesnar doesn't want to die. I don't want to die. And one of my mentors, Cesar Rodriguez, enforces the concept, about turning the shit in your life into motivational success. You need success to keep, you need that success to keep everything you hold dear. And the same concept applies across, those who want to succeed at any level need to think 10 times greater than their current objectives, 10 times the planning, 10 times the action, 10 times the execution. And when you start doing and being, when you start thinking, being, and doing everything in 10x, you're 10 times more likely to succeed, because, most people who, make these big plans, these daydreams, these fantasies, they write down notes, let's keep it bland. Ideas are shit, right? Execution is key. And, these people who are more likely to succeed are doing things 10x. That's why they succeed. People who make big plans tend to miss target, severely underestimate, and spend too much time, competing, or, underestimate the diversity of the challenge. So, one of my favorite ideas brought forth by I believe it was either, I've been reading these things back to back. It was either Grant Cardone's 10X Rule or Blue Ocean Strategy. Is taking the competition, making competition irrelevant. So identify everything your competition is doing, and then take like 10. I guess could have been Grant Cardone for that matter. So just make your competition irrelevant. Take what they're doing and just maximize it. I encourage you to go like 10 times whatever your competition is doing. You know, if you have the capabilities, if you have the strategy, if you have the planning, you know, if you have the resources, and definitely if you have the resources, put them in place and just do 10 times whatever you're doing now and make your competition irrelevant, and you will just, you know, dominate your sector. You know, you've got barriers to break, guys, and you know, I encourage you to do that. So that's why today we're talking about, you know, breaking barriers. This is Steve with Free Gens. Thanks for tuning in for Shop Talk.